die then. And I looked, I did not understand what they want from me. It was not a conversation. I was holding my place, the other person hold his own place and finish. This became more meaningful later on. Anyhow, the big changes in my life started actually after his death. I remained with the 2 children, and much power was given me. More the psychic power to see, to feel, to connect with spirit, to channel everything. All the doors were open. And great help was given to people. And again, something in me was never happy enough. I knew with the smallest mistake, you can create a lot of damage to people. Be careful. You can be overtaken, not to the right place. Be careful. In '94, I met a couple, a beautiful couple in Israel. They were the people who brought to the few people in Israel to know about Sri Satya Sai Baba. So I came across this information, not by mistake, and then my life started to receive a true shift. It took me a few years until I came first to India. It was only in January '89. 4 years took me until some true call, through a feeling, now is the time, bless you. Not because I heard about someone, not because I read books, not because I hear stories from other people, I have to follow. It had to come from inside. It had to come from inside. And then I arrived. First time when I put my feet in India, it was a joy beyond. I felt I arrived to my home. Also now, it never changed. 15 years I'm coming to India, and it never changed. Something very deep in my roots that is connected to the people, to the land, to the opportunity to get this universal cosmic wisdom without questioning from what country you are, what religion you have, in what you believe. The opportunity to know thyself is given. The openness to love, to unity, to this universality, which I longed for it so much. My first time in the ashram, in the first one of my first darshan that I received, I remember I came, very proud. Look at me, I arrived, I feel happy. I know what is going on here. I will write a book about everything. What experience do you have to talk about the book? Who you are to talk about something? And then my mind blew with a voice, and I heard, first be and then do. And then for years, it started actually the journey through understanding the meaning of this. What does it mean to be? To be. A new language. a new dimension to explore the existence. The next year when I was there in the ocean, in the deepest silence, I heard. Because I was very preoccupied with, oh, I love, I like, I don't love, I don't like. And the voice was, is not you love. Love is. Love is. And the power of love is was melting. And since then, it was only one way to explore it day by day, moment by moment. And that started to be the sign for me. Are you in it? This is it? Or you are playing your small games? So, of course, it was life-changing. And the third experience which came with Baba was go beyond my form. Probably because the way I was brought, God without form, I could never take part in everything what was exterior. So, divine understanding, you don't have to explain nothing. But he took me directly to the essence. You go beyond form. Every word like this that I'm sharing with you was very, very transformative for me. But now, one of the most beautiful things that took place, here I was summing up the most essential things that affect my path through Baba. But at the same year that I came to know about Sai Baba, a friend came to me in Israel, a very beloved friend, which started to read Robindo. And he ordered from Pondicherry books. And I used to tell him, what you talk so much, integral, not integral, vital, and this and that. Talk, be yourself.
What is there? Control is there.
Be yourself, be yourself. How do you interpret into your life this word? Don't preach things from outside, you have to live them. And I by myself didn't understand what he was talking about. But in this one parcel of books that he received, he came with a book of flowers. And he said, this I ordered for you. This is for you. I didn't know what this is, but I started to cry. I said, somebody made a book about flowers, my beloved flowers. Because I was running after the smallest flowers since I was a small girl, I never understood how to give the place only to those known and presentative flowers, you know, the flowers that everybody loves and wants. I was looking at the tiny, that people go and put their feet because they don't exist for them. I said, but they have life. They have life. Everything has life inside. Has a majestic light. Is special. And I opened the book and I saw the words that she was using to talk about the flowers. Yes, I want to cry again. What to say? It was love from first sight. Like she penetrated me and never left me. And then he said, I will give you also prayers and meditation. Read it. You will find yourself inside. And he was right. He was right. And as I have said from the beginning, it is never the same. Because true love is never the same. A prayer is never the same. A meditation is never the same. To look in the eyes of somebody is never the same when you look the second time. Everything is new because God is in permanent revelation. And we are here to unite with this, what He is giving us, this opportunity. And to forget the words and just to rejoice and expand into this unity and beauty and harmony. And the other gift, one of the many, 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 but which was very meaningful for me from the mother, was one word. When I came across the word sincerity, oh, I think I was turned upside down, upside down. What is the sincerity that we are talking about? What is that? And this word, as I have said before, it grows with me and I grow with her. Like every word that it becomes a part of my soul. I think sometimes we need one word to change life. If we go deeper into it, if we take it as a true ray of light that cannot be changed with nothing except the pure light, which we can expand into it. And then more ray of light are coming, and more ray of light, and more beauty, and more goodness, and a little bit more understanding, a little bit more. And I think because of our time, I thought, oh God, how I will take 1 hour. You probably ask yourself about my name, Savitri, how it came, because the birth name is Vivian. Most of the people are calling me Vivi, but it doesn't matter. At the moment you pronounce something with love, I accept, even it is banana, I follow, doesn't matter. And Savitri was again a book that I used to see in the hand of this man who offered me the flowers, and I never opened it. Only the sound of the name was playing as something very auspicious in my head. I never knew what is inside. I never looked. And again, it was in 1999, walking on the streets in Puttaparthi, I heard again Baba's voice. You go and you buy a book about the Gayatri Mantra, and you learn it by heart. No, I cannot do it. I don't understand one word, and I'm very bad in learning things by heart. I cannot. Forget about it. But I forget to whom I'm talking. So, the side was that was saying, no, the rebellious side in me, and the most stronger power that was pushing me to buy a book, to go to my room, and to start to read. I can tell you, I did not understand nothing. And the only thing that I had in this mind was how I'm going to pronounce these words, how I'm going to know by heart the things that are so far from me. And when I arrived to the word Savitri, I was taken, totally taken. And again his voice, your name is Savitri. You're Savitri. And it was a disappearance. But it was so strong that I started to tremble. And I said, and now what? What am I going to do with it? I don't know who is Savitri. Okay, I read the line which belonged to the Gayatri. I finished the book. I knew by heart the Gayatri. Never forgot it since then. And then the journey towards Savitri actually started. What does she represent? Who she was? Why she was so meaningful? And I love the story, and slowly it came to be 5 or 6 years. No, 5 years since I was told about the name until I changed it officially. Because I remain also without my husband. And in Israel, what would I do with the name Savitri? And Vivian is also not an Israeli name actually, but this was given by birth. I decided to remove the old family name and to make it as a unity, Vivian Savitri. And in this moment I have said, my only belonging is to the divine consciousness. Nothing else can guide me, even if it will take millions of years. I don't want to be limited by no one and nobody, and nothing that is less. And of course I'm still a child that going and falling, veils and reveals are the things. And from here, you know, really I could stay so much more to talk to you and to share. I see some of your eyes which makes me like to want to talk more, because I can feel the understanding which is beyond the story. But I think it would be right if you want to ask me something, if I will be able to answer with all my heart. Thank you for listening anyhow, and I am for you if you want anything to ask. Maybe with your permission, I forgot one thing to mention, and this can be a talk by itself, but I will say it in one sentence, because I mentioned before that actually I'm an artist, a painter, and of course in taking the steps toward light, infinite love, I don't want even to pronounce those big words, because for me it works wonderfully also. Simplicity, humbleness, joy, humor, because we cannot grasp these infinite things without those qualities that can make us alive and vibrant. But the art changed for me. I could not paint anymore because I paint. It didn't work anymore. I understood that without the transformation, art can be beautiful but empty. And when transformation starts to take place, is a big responsibility what we share with the world. We cannot give a piece of art in the name of art only because we know to do something. The question is what we bring, what energy behind it. What is the intention? What is the inspiration? What is the meaning for me offer to you something? In everything. When I was 25, I was asked to give a talk about art. But the only thing I knew to say was the highest art actually is the art of life. You cannot separate it, and people would not understand. But I also did not understand. It was a knowing. It was a deep knowing. But with the time, I came to feel affinity with those words and actions and creation and everything. And today, if it's not the possibility to bring the energy that can nourish, that can give something to elevate the soul and to inspire us, better not to do it. I'm not touching nothing. I'm not painting, I'm not writing, I try not to talk. I ask myself, what in this creation, in this moment, can be even the best? And if not, be quiet and say thank you also for this.
How do you link the essence of the divine conscious or the divine wisdom with the day-to-day living of the modern man?
I would say in the most simple way. It means the awareness of the heart, the qualities that are guiding, the intention in everything that I'm doing that can, for example, if I come with very narrow emotions and critiques and impatience, where it can bring me? What can I have from this? When I have not any ability to connect to nobody, and I wait somebody to respond to me, why I don't receive the love? Why is they are not kind to me? No. I come to him. Not to be afraid, to be love. The love. Simple love. To embrace this creation as human and as divine. And then the answer for the wisdom and the higher consciousness will be manifested. Not through questioning, but through experiencing. Please, he was first after. Yes, please.
We have many varieties in life. You always like many things. Right?
If you can please just louder to talk that I will understand you. Because sometimes, because of the accent, it's a little bit difficult for me to understand. So
We have many dualities in our life.
Yes,
And many times we are not sure what to choose.
yes.
I'm sure you have got in the early stage of your life these kind of things.
I have also today,
And
yes.
when you move, how do you encounter these situations now?
I will give you an answer in the very practical way, okay? Because we don't have time to go deeper. I would speak what works through my experience. Don't push answer in a false way. Don't rush to say that is right, that is wrong, only because you want an answer. Trust. Give yourself to this power that came into your life. You know, it's a very beautiful saying, again, in the book of prayer, the small book that I mentioned before, the Psalms. It is written, I am prayer. Not I'm going to pray. I am prayer. One of the paintings that I did was of a golden bird sitting on a golden mountain. And I called this painting, I am prayer. For me, the prayer, or the question mark, comes first from seeing the glory of the divine. To be in the presence of what makes me to humble myself, to be open, to receive what now still I cannot. And it might be that the concrete answer will come later, but at least something is start to happen in you that you don't feel taken away and in battle with life and with your mind. Bring yourself and it will be brought to you.
I was really touched by your talk today.
Thank you so much.
Because I have heard many speakers seated here earlier. You're one of those few rare speakers who've spoken today through direct experience and who spoke from her soul.
Thank you so much. You know, when I knew I have to come, I was taken by my mind. I said, oh, but how I will talk about this and how I will talk about this. And I started to bring some notes. Trying to talk in front of respectful people. What, I can talk about Savitri, I can talk about this, I can talk about this. I gave up. What to do? And in giving up, I opened the book of Savitri. It happened like many other times that I open and I don't understand nothing. But the vibration are working so strong even now. You just mentioned it works. And I knew one thing. Savitri, equivalent trust. This is real wonderful. This immense